Right then, play ratings. Manchester United 5, Leicester 2. Rude ball has fully taken off, but let's get straight into it. Starting off with the goalkeeper, Altay by India. Don't think his performance was at all convincing. I think he could have done better on the goal. In terms of shots, most of the shots were straight at him. I'd give him a 5 out of 10. I think that goalkeeping was very, very poor. He does look confident on the ball. He's a totally different goalkeeper to Onana, and I'm happy Onana's our first choice goalkeeper, but yeah, wasn't really convincing with Altay by India today. I'd expect a lot more from him, just the basics. When coming for the ball, just stay on your line if you're not too confident, unless you're 100% that you're going to win the ball. But listen, 6 out of 10, or 5 out of 10 rather. Right back to low for me, obviously got an assist. Was very good defensively. Didn't really have too much tests. There was a little tiny mistake he made in the first half, but other than that, was very, very good. Typical inverted midfield role. And Amarim, I think that role was doing fantastically in terms of today. I think it was just an average. I'll give him a 6.5. He got an assist. But other than that, it was just a mere performance by Delo. Way better than what it was against West Ham, to be honest. Which is good. He put a few crosses in. Was very, very sharp. And yeah, just a good performance. Next to him, Delit, give him an average 6 as well. Was very good on the ball. Won a few aerial duels against Jordan Ayew. Very, very good on the ball. Played, 70 minutes or something like that. Very, very sharp and just a good performance. Next to him, who was it? Lindelof, 6 as well. Couldn't do much on the goals. If I can remember the Leicester goals, couldn't do much on them. And ultimately, so who scored? Connor Cody scored from the corner. And let me see. Yeah, and then that finish in the bottom corner from Al-Khanous. I think that was just a very good finish. So Lindelof, he could do anything. Listen, great to have rotation purposes, and I think Lindelof was just an average 6. Martinez, give him a 6 as well. And in the minutes that he played, very, very good on the ball. He's not a typical left back. You can tell he doesn't play there because he doesn't go up the pitch all the time. He's a bit more reserved, but again, did his defensive duels very, very well. The right hand side of Leicester was kind of their most dominant threat, with James Justin. They were getting in behind quite a lot, but I think Martinez did a very good job at sounding it out, just keeping it, getting your duels in, and playing some good passes through the park. And yeah, I think just an average. The defence wasn't bad, but it also wasn't spectacular at the same time. So all round 6s. That's what I'd give for the overall defence. Going into midfield now, Casemiro, I have to give him 8. That goal was simply in the top right hand corner rather, absolutely fantastic. He gets that second goal as well from the corner, which he gets from his header that hits the post. It's just all around the pitch, and that's the Casemiro that we know, and the Casemiro that we haven't seen enough at Manchester United. Absolutely sharp on the ball. Passing, he made a few dodgy passes, but as a whole, it was fantastic. Good on the ball, versatile, and popping the ball around the pitch. A proper leader's performance, and in a game like this, he did need the leaders to stand up, and ultimately, Casemiro for me did do that. I think he was very, very good today, and deserves a lot of praise in my opinion. If we can get that Casemiro game in, game out, it's fantastic. And I think Ugarte can learn a lot from him. Now, obviously, moving on to Ugarte, I think a 6.5 for Ugarte. He did the simple things very, very good today. Just got the ball, distributed a few good duels. Obviously, when Amarim eventually comes in, I think he'll have a great time under him. I think he'll fully be able to develop into a top player under Amarim, which will be fantastic for his development and for his ability. But yeah, just got around the pitch, did his job, few duels, few good passes, neat and tidy. And yeah, kept that midfield going. Number 10, Bruno. I mean, that goal was just... The free kick was good. I think it was going in anyway, but the deflection helped it. And then the second one was just... That is composure. Sends the goalkeeper and then has that composure to put in that little bit of the corner. It was a great goal. And a proper captain's performance by him too. He got around the pitch. Played on the left at some parts. Was getting the fans up. Very, very good performance by Bruno. From what we've seen, and yes, it's against Leicester, but they are still a decent Premier League side. You look at where Manchester United have been in recent times. I think Bruno's performance, compared to what it's been as well recently, was very, very good today. And again, you got to give credit where it's due. We scrutinise when it's time to scrutinise. In this sort of game, you come out 5-2. It's been a tough period, tough week, but for the club, for the fans, and that's what you need. And Bruno, for me, very good captain's performance. Could have had a hat-trick, but again, we won the game 5-2, and he had a big part to play in that. Now, on the right, Rashford, I think he struggled. He just doesn't look comfortable. Yes, he put that good cross in for Garnacho against Brentford, and now people are saying just start him on the right, but he doesn't look himself on the right. He had a few chances to get in. He had one, I think, shot or something like that. He did lose the ball a few times. And then Rashford was a 5 today, if I'm honest with you. And this is not me going in on Rashford. I love Rashford as a player. I think what he's done for the club is fantastic. But I think I just love seeing Rashford on the right. There was a period where in the game he went on the left and he had a shot. He just looks more confident and it's more natural for him. I think Garnacho is better than Rashford on the right as well. I know Garnacho prefers the left, but for me, Rashford just couldn't really get him into the game and get him up to speed, because in our last game he was fantastic in the cup. But again, couldn't really get into it today. Now on the left, Garnacho, for me, 6.5. He just looks like a constant threat when he gets the ball. Scored a great goal, roof of the net, defended well. Got 10 goal involvement this season, like absolutely fantastic, and being one of our shining stars this season, absolutely fantastic. Very, very happy with Alejandro Garnacho. Now Xerxes, 5. He struggled as well, like just couldn't get on the ball when the ball was coming. It wasn't sticking. Like, it's just not going well for Xerxes at the minute. I hope he can be a success. I've seen a Bologna fan, I think I've said it before on one of the clips somewhere, saying that it usually does take Xerxes a bit of time to settle into a new club. Maybe look at his second season. That's fair enough. We give him time. There were some glimpses where he did do well though. He can drop into that space, as you can see. Obviously, yes, it was Ruud first game, but under Ten Hag as well, you were seeing Højlund and Xerxes in the same team. Maybe that's something that can materialise as well. But I don't want to see Bruno going on the left to kind of facilitate that. But that could be something that does work, so keep an eye on that. Now subs, Ahmad for me, got to give him an average 60. Other than a bicycle kick, didn't really have too much of an impact in the game. Maswari for me, I really like him, 6 out of 10. Good performance, just put in a shift. Johnny Evans a 6. Ethan Wheatley 6 as well. And I think that was all that came on, to be honest with you. Listen, let me know your thoughts. Ruud van Nistelrooy, let me rate him. First game, 100% win record as a manager. Listen, 7 out of 10. He got a lot right. You can see him motivating the players. You see how much it means to the fans, how much it means to him. As I said, I hope he doesn't leave the club. I think under Amorim he can have a big impact. He will be in the dugout, presumably in the game for the game against Chelsea. So we get another game to back him there. A fantastic performance today. We get 5 goals. Yes, we can see 2, and that's going to be something he'll probably look at. But overall, it was a lot of positive to take. His goals galore. Ruud's, Reds, keep going, and we just move on. But listen, man of the match has to be Casemiro by a mile. It was fantastic. And yeah, people can say give Ruud the job. Listen, we can't make that same mistake again like we did with Ollie. But listen, let me know your thoughts. As always, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want.